How's she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's Workshop. Boys, I'm glad you dropped by the shop today because we're going to finish off this tool rack, head rack, roll bar, whatever you want to call it, that we're building for the MTD tractor. So I'm going to do some welding this week. Buckle up. Here we go. Okay, I have these brackets and I got these off the tractor, the MTD. These used to be the brackets that lifted the mower deck. Since I don't have the mower deck anymore, I don't need these, so I took them off. So here I am reusing them. So I ground off the end of them. I'm going to put a half-inch bolt backed up with a washer in there because I'm going to make a standoff or a post here to try to mount my roll. I'm going to call it the roll bar on it, right? So I'm going to try my welding again. I hope it's a little better. What I've done is I've turned down, I've turned down the darkness on the welding shield, so hopefully I'll be able to see a little bit better. And now the plan is I want to just tack everything in place, and then I'm going to come back and weld it up once I see that it's straight the way I like it. I want to make sure I have good ground there, so I'm just going to put my ground hook on there just till I get going. So let's see what happens. See if my welding is any better. Alright, now I can put my ground down there. Now I'm just going to weld around the washer. Weld the washer to the flange, and then I'll weld the nut to the washer. That's the plan. Okay, now we're going to try and weld the nut onto the washer. I don't think I could weld a hull on a submarine, but didn't score a lot of points for beauty, but I think they're solid. So they're going to go underneath each side of my carrier, and then what I'm planning is I'm taking then these red handlebars, and they'll fit over top of that, but that's pretty sloppy, so I don't like that. So I have this steel bar here, and I think that will go on there. If I thread it on, it just barely fits, so I'm pretty lucky that way that it just barely fits. But I think I'll be able to thread that on there, and then that will fit up in here a lot tighter. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut a couple of pieces of this pipe, probably 3 inches long. I'll thread them onto those bolts because I think that's the tight fit part there. So once I get those on there, I'll just maybe weld the bottoms of them to the flange, and then when I cut off these arms, then when I set those over there, I'll leave them back from the bottom a little bit so I can get enough room in there to put a little bead of welder around there to weld all that together. That's the plan. Now, is that all going to work? Boy, oh boy. We'll see. So I'm going to cut off a couple of pieces of this pipe to fit over those studs to help me mount it. So here we go. So we'll just clean up these burrs here. I'm just using the chainsaw file for that. So that doesn't look too bad. So the whole idea is that this goes on here. There, I don't want to put that all the way right down flush with the bracket because I want to have some room in there to weld. I'm pretty fortunate that this piece of pipe is almost the exact diameter, so the thread on the bolt will grip it enough to allow me to thread it on. Pretty neat. That was certainly not by design. There. Okay, now I think I'm going to set up and just put a little bead of weld around there if I can. Oh boy, not the greatest. Let's try the other one. Sticker time again, and I'd love to have your sticker on my wall, and if you'd like to have it here, send me your mailing address so I can send you one of my stickers, and then if you have stickers you can send them back to me because I'll put my mailing address on the envelope that I send to you, okay? Or you can email me your mailing address and I'll just send you out a sticker that way. It's really simple. Anyway, I was down at the post office this week. Look what I got. I got some mail from the Lawnmower Detective. And the Lawnmower Detective is a really good channel. He primarily specializes in Briggs & Stratton equipment, but he does a lot of different things. Very interesting channel, entertaining, and he's always up to something. So the Lawnmower Detective. Gonna put him on the wall. I think I'll put him right here next to Orange is My New Green and right underneath Open Air Outdoors. How about like that? The Lawnmower Detective. It's donut time and he's on my wall. What I'm trying to do is establish a point here to cut it off. So, well, where I have the tape on here, that's 13 3/4 to that piece and 13 3/4 to that piece. I think I'm going to go and just cut it off at the bottom of this tape. Alright, so what I decided was, if I make these taller, you can always shorten them. I have a hard time lengthening pieces. I haven't mastered that skill yet. So what I did was I just moved it down the width of this blade, which is about 1 inch. So I moved it down another inch. The reason I only went 1 inch is because there's a hole punched in here, and then this tube starts to deform, so I don't want to get into that deformation or it won't fit over my plug, right? So I'll come down another inch. So we're going to cut this. Alright, so there's the end of the pipe all cleaned up nice, pretty smooth. And then here's my stud with the pipe collar on it. And, that's something I wasn't thinking about. There's another hole in it right up here. And that's deformed the tube. So now the stud won't go all the way in. Alright, so there's the two holes right there. I'm not sure how well you can see them. And my stud goes right to there, and that's as far as it goes. So I wonder how I can reform those. Okay, it's starting to get dicey now, guys. What I need to do, I was going to try to reform this. Well, it turns out that this handle is pretty hard steel, which I'm glad of. And my original thought was I was going to slide this down as far as I could get it and then weld this on here. Wouldn't that be nice, eh? Good and solid. But then I thought, you know, that fits on there so good, and with those indentations maybe I could use them. So what I'm thinking is I might just try to file or grind this stud flat so that it'll slide up against those or behind those, if you know what I mean. And then I'll use my drill and I'll drill a hole through there, through the stud and out the back, and then I can put a clip in there so that this roll bar will be removable. Wow, what a bizarre thought that would be, eh? If I grind off a flat, I don't know, about 3/8 of an inch wide. Trouble is I don't know how deep I have to go. I might have to grind right through this sleeve of pipe that I put on there. But anyway, that'd be alright. So I'm going to do that. Now, I got these lined up just about where I want them, I think. So I'm going to mark the other side too. And then I'm going to take these brackets off and grind that flat, see if I can get that to fit in there. I think this might be a good solution. Okay, I set my bracket up in the vise. And I set it up so that this pin would be, like if I grind this flat now, level. Let's try it anyway. Gonna go more yet. Alright, I'll come back to show you what the result is. Alright, so a little bit of grinding. I got that ground down so just about at the root of the threads that's on the bolt. So then that slides in there just as slick as anything. So I like that. Now I'll set up and do the other one. So I've got a drill bit here and I'm going to try and drill through here. I can't get this in the drill press because of this bracket is in the way, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to try and drill this through here as straight as I can. See what happens anyway. That hair clip will go right through there and hold that on. Okay, do the same on the other side now. Okay, I took the carrier off and have it here at the bench because now what I need to do is find the final location for these brackets. So I'm going to set this up. I'm going to put this, clamp this piece across the back here if I can. Now I can use that now. I can slide my bracket forward till it hits on that, and that'll ensure that I'm flush with the back of the mount. I need to set these so that they're almost touching this edge of the mount, but not quite, because I need to have room for the curve arms, the backrest arms to go over that. So that should do it. So now I need to mark where I'm going to put some holes. Alright, I drilled out these holes, so they should fit on here good now. I'm just going to put a clamp on it again. We'll do the same on this side. Okay. I'm going to put these on one at a time, just because. So this guy goes on here, and I have a couple more of those hairpin clips to put in here. Put that in this way, and then this one is going to go on here. It's going to fit in there, and then this clip will go in here. So what do you think? Grampie's workshop sticker on it right there. I think that looks pretty good. And then because I covered the nice Grampie's Workshop sticker at the back of the tractor, I thought maybe another one right on here would be nice. you go. Alright, so what do you think of my carrier? A couple of things I like about it. It's removable and I can add something else there if I ever wanted to. It's nice and colorful now. And I think that head rack there, whatever, roll bar or something you want to call it, I'll be able to mount some brackets on that to hang some tools. So I think that's going to be nice. Well, this little project took longer than I thought to make this carrier, but I like the way it turned out, and I like this special feature that I put on it. That head rack, roll bar, whatever you want to call it. I think that sets it off. I like it. And the thing I like most, I think, about my carrier is that it can mount on and off that universal mount bracket that I put on the back of the tractor. So if there's anything else that, anything I can think of in the future that I might want to put on there, I don't know what that might be, I don't know, a spreader perhaps, I could make it to fit on that mount, and I could add it, take it off whenever I want. It gives me lots of flexibility and options, that's for sure, so I like that. And I hope you liked it too. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks a lot for dropping by. I'm sure glad you come by. And I hope you like the channel. I hope you stick around, and I hope you watch some more of my videos. Anyways, I hope everybody's going to have a good week. Thanks for watching. And for my regular viewers, thanks for all your support. And don't forget to thumbs up me. Leave me some comments, everyone. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.